A front seat tour of St. Kitts like no other. So, hey, hang on for a ride that you're about to absolutely love. Hey guys, I'm Michael, and welcome to Cruise Control. If you're planning a visit to St. Kitts, I think you will find this information most helpful. If you have never thought about visiting St. Kitts, it's my hope that what's shared here today will perhaps change your mind. St. Kitts is truly beautiful and the people are amazing. I've got a real treat for you guys today. We're going to take a ride with Junie and get to see St. Kitts and hear about it from someone who knows it best. Guys, if you do plan to visit St. Kitts, this tour is the way to go. The excursion tours through the cruise line were like $100, $60, $70. So we weren't going to do it. Then we found Junie right here at the port with the other tour buses. This tour was a fraction of the cost and we got to see so much more. Here is the tour bus. It's open and fun, so you can see everything, not like most of the closed-in tour buses where you can't really see anything. I will list the contact information in the description below for Junie and this tour. Now, I'm riding up front with Junie, and that wasn't even planned. Because he is the best, his tours sometimes sell out rather quick, so out of his kindness, he didn't want to leave us behind, so I rode up front with him. We start out here at the port, and Junie explains that the port area was actually built on land that was reclaimed from the sea.
And it is 25 acres of land that is reclaimed from the sea in order to build this facility. And this facility was built back in 1995. So before 1995, all here used to be seawater. Alright, so this is reclaimed land.
Okay, so we're on our way to see some amazing places. Timothy Hill, the old sugarcane plantation. St. Kitts has a huge volcano, and have you ever seen a real rainforest? As we go, Junie explains everything we see along the way. This isn't something you get to see every day, so I do hope you enjoy it.
So we are into the town Basseterre, the capital. Over on my left, it's the Pelican Shopping Mall, and there are 26 duty-free shops inside there, the Pelican Shopping Mall. Also here in my left again, it's the Inland Revenue Department. This building in front of us on the left, it's the old Treasury building. It is the old Treasury building, but it is presently used now as our National Museum. It's the National Museum right over here on the left. This building is also said to be over 125 years old. Right? But it's presently used now as our National Museum. That's the center of town right over there on the right. The circus, Piccadilly Circus, the center of town. Over on my left now it's the bus terminal. Alright, this is the bus and ferry terminal. So these are the public buses here on my left, the public buses that take the local persons to the different villages. Also on my immediate left is the ferry terminal where you get the ferry to go to Nevis. And there are 4 ferries that run between St. Kitts and Nevis. And it took a period of about 40 to 45 minutes for the ferry to cross from one island to the next. Alright, 40 to 45 minutes. Over on my right is the market, the public market. And this market opens 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. The market closed on Sundays and public holiday. Alright, the market closed on Sundays and public holiday. Down on my left now is Fisherman's Wharf, and Fisherman's Wharf is a restaurant. That restaurant opened from like 7 o'clock in the evening. Right down there on my left, Fisherman's Wharf. Also over on my right is the War Memorial. The War Memorial. And this War Memorial, it was built in honor of the gentleman them that were from St. Kitts and Nevis that fight in World War I and II. There was a total of 27 persons that lost their lives, 19 in World War I and 8 in World War II, making it a total of 27. You find every second Sunday in November, a service is kept right inside here to remember those who gave their lives. We call it Remembrance Day. Here you can see Bird Rock, right where the cruise ship is. Beyond it, where you see those houses, that area is called Bird Rock. We don't have rich people here, but you find the upper class live in that area, the Bird Rock area. This building on my right is a college. The college, it's called the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. Clarence Fitzroy Bryant, he was once a politician. Alright, he was also the education minister. It is said that he had quite a lot to do with the reforming of the education system on the island. So the government named the college of him Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. Over on my left now, this is a school called Dr. William Connor. Dr. William Connor Primary School. Over on my right now is the hospital, and there are 3 hospitals on the island. This one is the largest one. There are 3 hospitals on the island. It is called the Joseph Nathaniel France General Hospital. And Joseph Nathaniel France, he was once a politician. He was also the elected representative for this area for a period of about 30 years. 30 years. He now deceased. Down on my left now is the breweries. The breweries where they make Carib beer, the #1 beer. Over on my left now, this is a school, a medical school. And this school is on the island now for over 18 years. It's called the University of Medicine and Health Sciences. It's a medical school. Most of the persons that study inside there is Americans as well. Over on my left now, it's Ras University. Ras University School of Veterinary Medicine. So this is a veterinary school right over here on my left. And this school is on the island now for over 30 years. 30. Over 30 years. Again, most of the persons that study inside there is Americans. Now into Boyd's. Boyd's is the name of this village, and it's a very small community. Over on my left, these are homes that were built by the government, right over there on my left. And they're called low-income homes. And these homes are designed for persons who cannot afford to build a home. They apply to the government and get one. But I call them election homes. You know why? The government only build them when election is close. Every time election is close, they build a few homes. So I call them that. We are now into the parish of Trinity. Alright, so Trinity is the name of this parish. And there are 9 parishes on the island. 9. Basseterre that we just came from, where the cruise ship is called St. George. So this one is Trinity. So over on my right is the Trinity Anglican Church. And there are 9 parishes on the island. And on each parish there's an Anglican church built on each parish. So 9 parishes, and on the 9 of them there's an Anglican church built. Down inside this river here now is called Bloody Point. Bloody Point. And the reason why it is called Bloody Point, or Bloody River, is because back in 1626, both the English and the French, they teamed up together, joined forces, and massacred over 2,000 of the Carib Indians right inside this river here. And it is said that the river flowed with blood for several days. Alright, that's why you get the name Bloody Point or Bloody River. Okay, that's Brimstone Hill. You can see straight ahead of us. Brimstone Hill Fortress. That's the fort. And it is said to be 800 feet high from sea level. It was designed by the British and built by the African slaves. Brimstone Hill. And Brimstone Hill took 107 years to build. That's Brimstone Hill straight over there to the left of us. So the big hill, that's the fortress. of us is called Old Road. So across there is Old Road Bay. And most people in Old Road Village done fishing for the living. Old Road is said to be a fishing community. You find in the evening, the folks will come across there with their lines and catch fish. Those are some of the fishing boats you can see outside there. You can see the fishing boats. We now enter Old Road Village. Old Road is also said to be the landing site of Sir Thomas Warner. And Sir Thomas Warner, he was from England, our island first British governor. He was from England. He came here in 1623 and he died in 1648. So he was on the island for 25 years as the island first British governor. Right over here on my left, where you can see this fishing complex, is where he had his office built. So Thomas Warner, right there where our office was built. But a few years ago, the government broke it down in order to build that new fishing complex. Over on my right now, this is a church called the Ebenezer Methodist Church. That church was built back in 1838, the Ebenezer Methodist Church. Okay, the volcano is located straight ahead of us to the left. But today is not a clear day. As you can see, the clouds are covering the volcano. Alright? So we're not able to see the volcano. The clouds is covering it over. It's straight up there to the left of us. And that is the highest peak of the mountain. It is called Mount Liamiga. It is said to be 3,792 feet high. Okay, so we're not able to see the volcano. It's straight ahead of us, but like I said, it's not a clear day today. The clouds are covering over the volcano right over there to the left. Here now on my right, this is the rail track that used to use for the locomotive. The locomotive used to use it to take the sugarcane to the factory back in town. This is the same rail track that the train ran on. The train that it was, this is the same track that it ran on. But the difference is that the train does not go around the island, so it does not travel this side. The train travel on the other side, so that's why. But this is the same track that the train used that doing the tours. We're going to park right here and walk over to the old sugar plantation. Right, so we're going to park here. When it is blossom, when the tree is blossoming, it's very pretty. We have different colors like red, blue, yellow, yeah, very pretty. We also use the seed pods to make music. There's seeds inside, and when it dries, it makes music, yeah. Okay, this tree is called a sandbox tree. A sandbox. And the fruit it bear, it's round. Look there, see the sandbox there? It's not something to eat though. As a child, we used to use it.
It's cheese, guys.
So the sandbox, you find when it get dry, it break out into small pieces. These are some of the pieces that it break out into. And the craftsmen and women, they use these to make earrings. Yeah. Okay. Because it get wet, it looking like this. But if it did not wet, it would have look. It had a shine look, like it's like you varnish it, right? It's a sandbox. Okay. And like I said, this is the ruin of the old sugar plantation.
I'm gonna go back to see one.
Hey, there you are. How you doing? Hanging out.
This is where Junie explains the plant life and gives the history about the old sugar plantation. When we got to this point, I was honestly just so taken with the beauty here that I just kind of took off on my own. Wow, some of the leaves on these plants are almost as big as people. This is truly a sight you don't want to miss. This is just one beautiful place on the island. We haven't even reached Timothy Hill yet. So many of these things that Junie's telling us about. Once I got home, I started looking them up. And wow, St. Kitts has an amazing history.
Over on my left, you can see the airport. And it is an international airport on my left. It is called the Robert Llewellyn Bratcher International Airport. We get direct flights from England, United States, and Canada. Road here now is called the Kim Collins Highway. Kim Collins Highway. And Kim Collins, he was the 2003 world champion. This is a picture of Kim Collins over there on the right. You can see a picture of Kim Collins. He came first in the 100 meters in France. So we have world champion on the island here in the person of Kim Collins. Right over on the right, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. And there's also the headquarters for all the other central banks in the Caribbean. It newly renamed to the Honorable Sir Kedwite Venner Building. And Sir Kedwite Venner, he was the former governor for that bank. He now deceased. He was the governor for over 25 years. He died a few months ago. We're heading to Frigate Bay now. Frigate Bay is the name of this area we're heading to now. So we're going to be heading up onto Timothy Hill now. Timothy Hill. It's a nice view from the top.
Okay, now just atop this hill is where so many of the pictures of St. Kitts have been taken that you may have seen, and you're about to see why. It truly is beautiful. Now, this is not all of the tour. There is much more. I just wanted to touch on a few parts so you could see what to expect. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed the ride today. And again, if you're thinking about visiting St. Kitts, reach out to Junie. He'll take good care of you. Tell him Michael sent you from cruise control. Junie will remember me. We're buddies now, and I do plan to go back and see him. If you found the information helpful, how about a thumbs up? And hey, remember to subscribe. We've got a lot more good stuff coming up. Again, my name's Michael. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.